Hey, what's going on? This is Kojo here. So this video that you're about to watch is part of a new series I just started. It's called "What's the Best Part of Your Day?" And I'm going to be talking with some of the people within my TikTok community, asking them about the best part of their day, and in this case, the best part of their week. So it's a new series I just started it. I'd love to get you all's feedback. So let me know what you all think about it, and hopefully, it helps people out while we're all locked up in the house during this quarantine. Okay, all right. So today we have Rebecca. Is it Castiglia? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Castiglia is fine. Yeah,
Is
that's a
that
good
an
choice.
Italian last name?
It is. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
yeah.
know a
I'm
little bit.
pretty sure
Say
it's
again.
like pronounced differently, but I say Castiglia.
But what's the proper way to pronounce it?
It would be Castilla, like I guess, because I've
Castiglia.
taken Italian and my teachers
Okay,
would make me say it correctly. So then,
okay. So before I
yeah.
ask you more about yourself, I'm just going to get into what this is. So this is a segment that I started. For those people who don't know this is a segment that I started last week
Mm.
Friday, where pretty much because of quarantine, I just called people and asked them what the best part of their day was and what the best part of their week was. And I was actually going to go on TikTok Live today and do it, but Rebecca actually reached out to me. I said I'm going to get her in before I go on TikTok Live. So I was really excited that she reached out to me. It means that people are paying attention to what I'm
Yay.
doing. So uh,
Mhm.
before you tell people how you found out about me, can you tell us a little bit about
Okay.
yourself?
Yes, so I'm originally from Scotts Plains, New Jersey, which is a very small town a lot of people don't know about. But I live about like 45 minutes by train from New York City for
Okay.
like kind of a idea of where I live. And I actually go to school in New York. I go to Binghamton University. It's very far for being in New York. It's like in the upstate part of it. So it's about 3 hours from where I live. I'm a
Wow.
nursing student there. And I'm a junior. So that's
Okay.
about
So
yeah.
you graduate 2021, right?
Yes, May 2021 I'll be graduating.
Okay. And do you know what type of nursing you want to do now, or you're not sure?
I have an idea. So when I started, I haven't like when I first started like the nursing classes, I didn't know what I wanted to do because I hadn't done the clinical rotations. And
Right.
after doing them like this semester and everything, I really like med surg, but everyone starts in med surg. I know it's an odd thing to like, but I really liked it. And I'm interested in pediatrics and also maybe cardiac nursing.
Wow. I've never. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I started going to nursing school 2011. I graduated 2013. I've never heard anybody say that they like med surg.
That's crazy, really?
I mean, I didn't. I mean, that's the bread and butter of nursing. So, I mean, if you can work there, you can work in pediatrics
That's
or
true.
whatever. So,
Maybe I really liked the unit that I was on that at the hospital I was in because a lot of my like classmates really did like med surg also. So I
okay.
just maybe it was like the environment or
No,
my instructor.
no, I completely like that. Like you'll see when you start working, the environment of where you're working at. Sometimes, like for me, that's what matters because I
Yes.
work in psych. I like to work in an inpatient psych environment. So the patients,
Oh yes.
I'm going to see the same patients everywhere. I'm going to see a lot of bipolar, schizophrenia,
Hmm.
schizoaffective mood disorder. I'm going to
Hmm.
see the patients are going to be the same essentially. They'll present differently,
Yes.
but the
Hmm.
coworkers are going to be different. So like when you enjoy
Exactly.
the people you work with, it makes a
The
huge difference.
environment
Okay.
that you're in.
And so you
Um.
graduate next year, 2021.
Yes.
How did you get into nursing?
So, okay, so like going back to high school and everything, at first I really like wanted to be a language teacher because my mom's a Spanish teacher. I speak Spanish because my mom is from Colombia too, and so
Oh,
I like
right.
speak it around the house. I really wanted to do that. And then when I started taking biology, I was like, wow, I'm really interested in this, but I was really scared. So then I had a teacher that really like changed my life in high school, and she was really encouraging. She told me to take anatomy and she was like, don't worry, you can do this. So I took anatomy in high school senior year and I like fell in love with it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to school. But I just felt like I didn't know yet, and I felt like
Right.
straight out of high school I wouldn't have gone into a program. So I actually started at community college for 2 years. And so then I was like searching around. I got my grades really, really well. Like I did really well in community college. I had like a 3.9 when I was done,
Oh,
like
wow.
GPA. Yeah, I really worked my butt
Congrats.
off, and then I applied to a few nursing schools, some local, and then I really like fell in love with the school that I go to now, and it was like an accomplishment to get in because it is a harder school to get into, and and then like I don't know, I just never saw myself like really getting there, and then when I got
Right.
to college, and I just like it just happened now. So I'm really happy. And let's see, yeah. So originally it wasn't in a nursing program, and then I just did my research and I transferred. So I would be graduating this year, but since I transferred in, I had to do an extra year of like some
Right.
prerequisite class, like chemistry and stuff like that.
But did you have to take out a lot of loans if you went through the community college route or no?
So I think I saved a lot of money because I went to community college originally because it was like I would get I did have, since I live in New Jersey, I know some other states have different rules. Like I know New York State is different. You can go to college for free, I think. But in
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey you still have to pay. So I didn't end up paying a lot to go to school. I don't really remember. I think maybe like 1,000 per like year. It was like
Oh,
cheaper
wow.
than it would be. Yeah.
That's
And
really
or
good.
maybe it was per semester because I was in county and everything, and it was like good. So overall, now that I'm in um like the university, I am taking out loans, but I'm like researching like scholarships every year and
Right.
everything.
But it's not as bad as if you would have done the whole 4 years, like at the
Yeah.
university. Yeah, it's really
Yes.
smart. And I tell people to take the cheapest route to get their
Mhm.
the nursing degree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you never think, like I was always afraid that I wouldn't get to where I wanted to be because I didn't start off in a nursing program,
Mhm.
and I would say, "Oh, I wish I would have just like applied in the beginning and gotten in. It would have been easier." But I wouldn't change anything like going back.
Right.
I'm glad I did what I did. And I got to like dip my feet into everything while staying at home and being with like my mom and everything.
Okay.
So it was like it was comfortable and comforting, and then I was like ready to leave the nest eventually.
Right.
Yes.
And now that you're stuck at home because of the Corona thing, is it tough being
Yes,
back at home? Is it tough being back at home with your mom or?
it is. It's tough. Well, being back with my mom is like a blessing in disguise because her birthday's coming up in this semester, like with clinicals and everything.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'll be too busy to come down and like
Right.
see her. Well, like coronavirus is a little bit odd because I mean, I'm upset to leave my friends and I really
Right.
miss going to class. And it's harder for me to focus on my own and like make my own schedule
Yeah.
than like being, like told at 4 p.m. we have lecture and then like 6:30 we have clinical. Now it's like everything is on me, so I have to really
Yeah.
just
You have
focus.
to provide the structure. That's
Yes,
difficult.
it's really hard. That's been the hardest, but in a way, it's kind of like nice to be home again. So it's like it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Because whenever I would come back home from college, like when I first came back home, like the first 2 weeks were really cool. Like I had like really nice treatment from my mom, but by the third week, I had to start doing the dishes again,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I got to
and
get out.
it feels like how it was like when you were growing up.
Right. I was like, I got to get out of here. But
Yeah,
like,
that's how it feels like a little bit now. Like I'm feeling kind of like okay now I really want to go back to school, but
right.
you know.
And after you graduate, you plan to move back to Jersey, or you plan to just kind of do your thing?
Mhm. So I definitely plan on moving back down like in this area, but one of the things that I'm starting to have to think about is where I want to work. So I can work in the city technically because I live so close, and a lot of like adults, for like example in high school I babysat a lot and I worked like in childcare a lot, like the YMCA, and many parents are like commuters because it's like kind of like my town has a train and it's easy to
Okay.
get there. So I could work in the city or I could work at a hospital nearby. I have like two hospitals that I really like around me, and I don't know. So it's kind of an idea. I think maybe it would be really exciting for me and different to work in the city at first,
Okay.
at least. But
Yeah,
those are two options.
that's neat. It looks like you have a really good plan. I'm really excited for what you got going on.
Thank you.
And now, I'm very curious because you say you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram.
Yes.
So what
So
was the first video that came on your For You page?
Okay, so I'm always on TikTok. I'm scrolling and over time I started to realize all the videos that I would get would be like nursing, and I was like, how
Uh-huh.
do they know my life, And then your video came up. I'm trying to think. I know which one it was. It was the one where you were like saying like how it feels being a new graduate putting in like an IV line.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I commented like, oh, I commented something like that's inspiring. I'm a junior
And
nursing
Junior,
student, and
yeah,
then
I
I
remember your
got like,
Facebook too.
yeah, and people are still liking that comment, and
Yeah.
so like I started to follow you and watch all your videos, and then I followed you on Instagram. It's
The best thing
inspiring.
is like when you leave a comment and when you're early too, like if you're early and you leave a comment,
Yes,
sometimes like I won't post a video, but then I'll have like a whole lot of notifications. And it'll be that one comment that I made
hmm
that people keep liking.
yes, exactly. Yeah, like that video I saw maybe like when you had just posted it, and not
Right.
a lot of people had commented yet, and now it's been like maybe 4 months, and it's like blown up. I don't know.
People are still what I think that's either my first or second most liked video. People are still watching that video.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
I still post new content, but people still like the old content.
Yes.
So like I keep trying to
Mhm.
find different ways to shake it up and to be like
I
funny.
like the I like the style of your videos because there are a lot of people on TikTok. Like I like the videos that you make where you compare like, oh, the DNP route to med school and
Right. Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of people won't like. Not everybody will like that type of video, but I like to put those out regardless, even if they'll do bad, because a lot of people don't know about the DNP route, and people want to know how is the
hmm
DNP different from other doctorates, how is it different from the
Yes.
MD, DO. So sometimes, people spend more time on TikTok than they do like on other places. So I'm
hmm
just pretty much bringing the information that
That's
they can get
true.
from somewhere else or somebody else, and I'm just
hmm
putting it like right in front of their face.
Yes, and I think it's really cool that you have like this amazing career and everything, and then you're also doing like social media. I like that. It helps people like me because I'm still like early in my careers and
Right.
everything.
Is that something that you want to do eventually, the social media thing, or?
Well, okay, I don't know. Maybe like the social media thing would be interesting because I am like a social person and I'm online a lot and everything. I just don't have a platform at all. But like one day I would like to be the person to, help teach others because well, ever since I was like little I wanted to, be a doctor or something. And then when I started to get into nursing, I was like, okay, I really want to do like the nurse practitioner thing.
Okay.
And so I really liked your videos too because when I was in school, there would be like alumni brunches, and I met like a lot of DNPs, and they would tell me like how it's really nice to go into a DNP program versus an NP like
Yeah.
nowadays. So I've been like thinking about it and everything because it's like I still need to work and gain experience for a while, but
Right.
eventually that's something that I would be
No,
interested
no,
in.
and it's important to talk about because for me, like I made a video of the DP versus the MD. So I got to that point in my career where I was like, all right, damn, I gotta make a decision. Am I gonna do the DNP or am I gonna do the MD or DO? I knew that I wanted to do
Mhm.
a doctor of some kind because I think I was like 24 or 25 then. So I
Mhm.
still had time on my side, but at the same time, I
Yes.
like to do different things. Like I have a life outside of nursing or outside of the hospital.
Mhm.
I sell T-shirts from a clothing company. I have a
I saw it
the
today
book
actually.
that I like to write books. So like I don't want
Mhm.
to just do one thing. So I thought, okay, with me and with the way that I have so many different interests, if I were to go to
Yes.
medical school, like once I realized that I only liked psychiatry and psych, I only
Mhm.
want to do psych, then I figured out that I could go the DNP route and then I could
Mhm.
get education that way. And I was trained by some psych nurse practitioners who had like a lot of experience. And I was
Yes.
trained by psychiatrists,
Mhm.
somewhere from America, somewhere from India. So I got like the best of both worlds.
That
So I
really
felt
is
like I had good enough
amazing.
education to where I could do what I wanted to do, and it
Mhm.
wouldn't take me, maybe a year and a half of a post bed, and then or maybe
Exactly.
4 years of medical school, then 4 years. So it was just kind
Yes.
of more direct for me.
It was kind of just like it sounds like it kind of like fits better, like
Yeah,
coming out of nursing. And nursing is different from like medicine in general, we're learning about the
it
nursing
is.
theories and
The way we
everything.
talk to patients is a little bit different. Um,
Mhm.
I think nurse practitioners might have better bedside manners because they spend more time
Yes,
at the bedside.
I agree.
I might. I'm not too sure.
From
But
what I feel is that that's like what I've seen.
right.
And nurses, like your whole you have a lot of like clinical experience like
Right.
under you and stuff too.
Right.
So yours is like comforting.
Whereas physicians, I feel like they understand things better at the molecular level. Like they can break
Mm-hmm.
down, like they're better at pathophysiology, and things like
Yes.
that, and pharmacology, things that we have to learn in nursing on the fly. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's the best of both worlds. I'm looking at your. Oh, I do follow you on TikTok already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you did follow me back a while, not too long ago, but
Yeah,
I think maybe like
I see.
I noticed,
I see you have
and I was like,
38.
wow, like somebody famous followed me. But what was I
Again,
gonna say?
you broke up for a quick second. What did you say?
Yes. Oh, well, actually, I was just gonna say that I saw that you followed me like about a month back, but then you broke up while you were saying something too, so I didn't
Okay.
hear what you said.
No, I see you got 38 followers. Okay. We're
I don't
starting
really make
somewhere.
I just make content on TikTok for fun, or me and my friends will like do the dances, but I never like expect anyone to see it. It's just like
Yeah, your biggest post has, let me see, 1,600 and
yes, it's like it was like a it was like when the what would you do meme was like very popular. I'm like embarrassed.
but I mean, like I started the TikTok thing kind of like for fun anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I was bored because I'm from Augusta, Georgia originally, but I came to Virginia for this travel assignment. So I'd be bored and I would just do the TikTok thing, and then people started to follow, and then before you know it, like I was at 10, 20, 35.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now it's like 80,000 or something. It was just this.
How long ago did you start TikTok?
So I started TikTok. I started my account in October of 2019, and I posted like 2 videos, and I was in Detroit for a book signing. So I had my book,
wow.
and then I was in Detroit for a book signing, right? So I was with my younger brother. He flew up from Georgia as well. I flew from Virginia.
Okay.
So we were in Detroit for the book signing, and then I was like, I forgot what I did, but I did something like this, like for the TikTok video. I was like, hey, I'm in Detroit, come out and see me. But I didn't understand how the platform worked. So I didn't realize that.
It's a little laggy right now.
Yeah, it's a little laggy right now. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, are we back good now?
It broke up like a little bit, but it's okay now. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't hear much of what you said, unfortunately. But
all right, I'll say it again. So I said I had my book, and I put the book in front of the phone like this, and I was trying to promote the book on TikTok, but I didn't understand how the platform worked. So like, you can't just come on there and be like, buy my book, because people like, I don't know who the hell you are.
Like who is this?
But then when I started to like figure out how it worked and the different trends, and I put my twist on it, and I started really doing it like late December. That's when I started to like post consistently.
Yes, I think that's when I first saw one of your videos, like very in the beginning. But you already had a lot of followers and views, so I don't know.
You said I had a lot of followers at that time, or no?
Yes, yeah, you already did. But I think it was maybe in January then.
Yeah, because that video was the video with the Ivy was posted in January. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then it must have been January.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I was just posting for fun, and now.
Oh wait, it's kind of like thinking again.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can switch to the other Wi-Fi. This is weird. 1 second. Hopefully you don't cut off. Hopefully don't cut off.
Hopefully not.
All right. Hopefully. Okay. Are you still on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm back on the other Wi-Fi. This is weird.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
the Wi-Fi is being a little.
Yeah, I said I take it more seriously now. Because like in February I got an invite to go to LA on behalf of TikTok, and then I'm like, okay, this is a real thing. So now I can think about it's a little worse now because now I think about the content, and sometimes I try and get back to just doing,
just like being like going back to what you started with and everything.
Right, exactly. So sometimes I look back at the highest performing videos and I'm like, okay, what did people get out of this? I'm like, they were able to laugh and they're able to be entertained, and it was
Yes.
It was
They're
witty.
very entertaining.
Yeah, so
it's good because you can put like a creative twist on everything, and like
right. I just take the trends and I try and put it like a creative twist on it. That's essentially what I try and do. Yep.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, and I feel like it's good for like people who have already done, like, you're just gonna inspire people and give more information. It's like it's kind of like a mentor type of thing.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people will say things like, "Hey, can you mentor me and stuff?" And I really can't because like I have a 9 to 5, have to manage 24 patients, and like
exactly.
Like I'm so busy. So my thing is, all right, if I can do something for a lot of people, then that's kind of like, it's kind of like a mentorship.
It is, yeah. It's like it is a mentorship. Like, I watched your videos and then I was like, oh, okay, like this is what the DNP program is. I didn't know it was 3 years long. This is like, I like learn from your videos and like it helps like motivate me because you do have moments where you're like, I will never get there. And then like it's weird because then you look back and then you're like, wow, time flew by. And then,
I think you're lagging.
Again.
Okay, you're good. This is just something that's gonna have to happen. I don't know why this happens, but my internet is fine until I do a Zoom call. I don't know why.
It could be mine too. It could just be like a lot of people using it.
I'm pretty sure it's mine because with everybody that I've called, like we try and go back and forth, and I have everybody who I call, everybody's Wi-Fi cannot be messed up. It's gotta be me at some point.
I don't know, because every time I do the Zoom calls with my teachers and classmates, this happens too. So I think it's maybe because everyone's using internet now because of quarantine.
It could be. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because we have to be on the internet now, it might be slower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it could be. But how are you doing in like going to the hospital during this like crisis that's happening? I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm happy you asked me because I was going to ask you, but let me answer your question. Thank you for asking. So I work in an inpatient state hospital, so I'm not at the front lines technically, right? The front lines are the ones who work in like the ICU, the ER, where they're going through triage and they're actually seeing these patients who are coughing, people who are short of breath. So I'm not at the front lines, but it does affect me in the sense that I can't travel. I'm in Virginia. So we have stay-at-home orders until June the 10th, I want to say, and I have a unit of 24 patients on the forensic psychiatric unit, right? So, and some of them are old. Some guys are over the age of 50, 60. So, and they have different medical comorbidities. So I have to be careful with where I go in the city. So I come home, I go to work. I come home, I go to work.
Yeah.
I'll go to Chick-fil-A. To get food, and then I'll go to Food Line or Target. And when I went to Target, what I liked is they actually sanitized the shopping carts.
Yes, I like that. Yeah.
I didn't know that they did that, so I went and I got all the food that I needed for a week. And then I got some goldfish. I got some Moscato. I just try to get everything that.
There you go.
And I'm just washing my hands a lot. When I come home from work, the first thing that I do is I hop in the shower. I wash my hands. I just try and do what I have to do. But I don't wear a mask in public. But the CDC is not recommending that you should use anything to cover your face. But I don't have masks. But one of my followers actually sent me some masks.
Oh wow!
On Instagram. So.
If I ever get any, then I would want to donate masks also.
Well, I appreciate it. The masks that I get,
even though you're not directly you're still in a medical setting with patients, and it's important to protect yourself.
Right, but the thing is, the thing I've learned the most with this whole coronavirus thing is nobody really knows exactly what's going on. The leading experts they know more than us, but nobody really knows. Exactly, how this virus is spread, or every day something different. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to freak out. I'm some media outlets are trying to prey on people's pre-existing anxiety and trying to make afraid and stuff. So it's difficult to be informed
while not being misinformed. So I just do what I can, and I pray that I don't get it, and I don't transmit to somebody, and I try not to worry. But I also take breaks from watching the news because I work at the hospital,
Yes.
and we get education
Yeah.
about the virus anyway, from the Virginia Health Department. So
Yeah. So you don't need
don't
to
see it
hear.
often.
It is anxiety inducing, especially because they always have to mention like the deaths, and it's important to know, but like it just causes anxiety, and
Right,
there isn't really anything we could like do about it. So it's just, and also the misinformation and
right.
everything. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really difficult.
the way that the information is presented, like every day we're gonna have more deaths, right? So more people are gonna die every day. So if let's say the number is 10,000 today, right, and then on Wednesday it's 12,000, and then
Mm-hmm.
in 2 weeks from now it's 14,000, right? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
throwing out numbers.
Yeah.
The higher the number is, you're gonna make people feel more scared. But
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying that, maybe you can say that, okay, this is how many deaths we've had in like a week span or 2 week span, to show people the rate at which it's going, to see if we're really flattening the curve or not. So
Exactly.
people can actually, I feel like some outlets can provide the news in a way to give people hope instead of,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes the way you
Yeah.
say something can make people be hopeful, or it can make them
Yes.
anxious. So
Or
I
make them
thought about
feel like there's no hope at all, and like that things are just getting worse. Like, there are positive things. I like the TikToks that I'll like be scrolling and like, here's some positive news, because there's like a lot of healthcare professionals that will pop up. Like, you're one of them on TikTok, and then there's also like a few others. I don't know them by name, but like they'll pop up with information, and they'll
right.
say, here's some positive things that have happened.
Right. And I'm trying to put more positive things out there. And not because I don't want to put out coronavirus news, but also because I know that
Yeah.
there's people on TikTok who are doing that. There's doctors who
Yeah.
are already putting out coronavirus
Yeah,
updates.
it would
And
be like too much at some point too, maybe
right.
like to
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, because actually it gets a lot on TikTok, I think.
Yeah. I think daily updates, I mean, like I have 8,000 followers. The majority of people who follow me either like me because I'm funny, or I'm putting out nursing information, or I'm putting out mental health tips. So I have a large population of people who follow me because of the mental health side. So I don't want to make them more anxious by giving them daily coronavirus updates. But there are people who will give updates, and then they're probably even more qualified, like they have infectious disease backgrounds, so they can talk
Yeah.
about that. So I'll let the experts talk about what they want to talk about, and I'll just stick to what I talk about.
Yes.
Because once again, I just don't want to make people more anxious.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I appreciate it, because I was thinking yesterday when I was scrolling, I was like, I don't want to see just all. I kind of want to like take a mental break from hearing
Right.
about it sometimes, because sometimes like since you're stuck at home, like I don't have to go to my job because I'm not like a nurse yet or
Right.
anything, and so I'm just sitting at home all day like doing online school, and like sometimes it's like the only thing I hear about, and I can't go outside and like de-stress or anything.
Right.
So, and I already like I do have anxiety, so I'm trying to just back away from it. So oftentimes I'll go on TikTok and it'll be like back to back coronavirus. So sometimes I just have to like get off TikTok now, because like okay.
Right. So all right. So now that you're you're at home, and you're doing nursing school, and you mentioned earlier off air that you're doing clinicals like virtually.
Yes.
So how is your life on a day-to-day basis now? Like, how are you doing school? How are you interacting with friends? How is your life at the moment?
Okay, so at the moment, since I've been so to begin, like when I was at school before this all happened, I started to like really pay attention to like my health and everything. So I started to work out, which I'm grateful for now, because now I'm like doing that at home to de-stress and like have a plan. So basically I'll wake up in the morning on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I mean, sorry, Thursdays. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays I don't really have anything, because instead of doing a lecture, my teachers upload their like PowerPoints for the week like as a lecture. So at the moment I'm taking peds. I'm gonna switch to psych like in the next half. I think next week actually. So I'm excited for that. I haven't done any like psych nursing, but I'm also kind of sad that we're gonna miss out on the in-person clinical.
Right.
So Yeah, but so then on Wednesdays and Thursdays, sorry, no, not Thursdays, Wednesdays and Fridays, the days get mixed up for me. I have to like log on at the same time that I would be at clinical on Zoom with our instructor, and she'll give us verbal like case studies, and then we'll take a break and like figure out the case studies and then come back and talk about it. And then for peds, there's also a virtual like aspect to it. So it's a little bit different because instead of having it be hands-on clinical and then doing a database and like care plan afterwards, it feels like it's more like paperwork and like supplementals. Like, so it's a little bit different because it's just like you're missing the hands-on interaction. But a lot of my classmates will use Zoom. That's how I've been talking to all my friends, is actually we're using Zoom, and like we'll go in groups and we'll study together, and we'll like, we'll do assignments together, and it really like helps to have them, because if not, I would probably feel a little bit lost.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll wake up and I'll either go to like the class that I have, or I'll have a plan for the day. Like, okay, today I need to like do this online mastery quiz or study for my PATHO exam, which I do have coming up. So yeah. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And that's like well, and yeah, and then I'll like over the weekend I'll like take a day, because I feel like every day it's kind of like, since I'm on my own, I feel like now every day I have like a lot of work to do because it's like spread out. So I try to have like on Sunday, like today, like a day just like me and my mom like watch a movie or something. And,
okay. Like, what movie are y'all watching today?
So we've been actually watching this like documentary on Netflix, and it's called like The Keeper. It's kind of sad, but I watched Tiger King though. I'm not done with it, but I started to watch it earlier in the week.
Yeah, I have to watch that. I have to watch that soon. Everybody's talking about it.
To see the memes and everything. It's just that show is just the crazy. It makes me feel like it makes me forget that like everything is going on like right now. Oh, and it's like
I gotta watch it then. I'll be watching it soon.
Yeah, you should watch that show. It's really funny. So that's just my day to day.
You said you were watching what show with your mom?
Oh, so it's actually called The Keepers, and it like I didn't really know that it like was on Netflix until we were searching, and it's like a murder, and like it's kind of controversial because it's about like the church and like these it's like a nun who got murdered, so it's kind of like a murder mystery and like women's accounts of like sexual abuse. It's kind of hard to watch, but like me and my mom have been watching that. I know it's kind of heavy, I guess, but like we'll watch it, and it's, I don't know, I guess it's just like it's something else to think about, even though it's very depressing, but
yeah, I mean, it's something else, I guess, to get your mind off of everything that's going on.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's like I think it's a really good documentary. Opens your eyes to other issues going on in the world, So I like that show, and then we'll watch like a Disney movie here and there.
Okay. And do you think this quarantine is making the relationship with your mom stronger? Are y'all getting closer, or are y'all getting more frustrated being close to each other?
Well, there'll be days where it's like like we'll get on each other's nerves, but like surprisingly, like when I was like in high school, I would be like, no, I don't want to talk to you, or like I would get more angry and stuff. Not particularly angry, but just like the teenage angst thing. And like since I've been home, it is nicer. I think I am getting closer to her because like now she sees like when I'm at school, she doesn't see like what I do for work. So now I like studying and then telling her, oh my God, this is what I'm learning about, and then she likes to hear about it. Like it's kind of like we do things together, and she's a teacher. She's a Spanish teacher, so she's also doing online school. So I'll help her like set up her Zoom account and everything. So it's like nice to be with her. It's like because I'm usually 3 hours away and I don't see her for a long time.
It's actually really neat, and I think I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how this quarantine affects everybody from a social and mental health standpoint. Because I was reading in China, the divorce rate went up in China because
oh my God.
So certain people get
very
sick around their loved ones and things like that. So like it's either gonna make things better or make things worse. So I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like society, how will it affect everyone. I'm actually thinking about that too. Like I'm thinking about when everybody gets off quarantine, I feel like businesses will probably be thriving because we're gonna like go shopping and buy a lot of things probably.
For sure. Okay, so what would you say in the past week or so? What would you say has been the best part of your week? You know, with you being on lockdown and with you trying to manage everything, what's the best part of your week?
I'm gonna think of like a specific situation that like made me happy. Well, the best part of my week is probably that like this goal that I've been working towards with working out. So I've been using this app that I bought to do at home workouts, and I've been like working really hard. And so like I found out I like lost like a good amount of weight. I've like weighed myself in, and that was a good accomplishment because I was like it kind of like when you're working toward like a weight goal, it caused me anxiety at first to think, okay, I'm gonna be like quarantined now, and like I was afraid of like gaining weight again and like going back to like going back in my goal, I guess. So like I was happy to see that I like could reach like a good point, and I had lost like a lot of weight, not a lot, like a good amount, and then that like I'm still working towards that goal and I'm still staying active. And another thing that made me happy was like having a Zoom group call with all of my friends again, and like we were watching like a movie together on the screen share thing on Zoom. So it was just like fun because it felt like I was with everyone and I wasn't, you know, like quarantined or anything.
And so you said you had an app. What's the name of this app that helped you lose weight?
So it's called Center, and it's like the app that Channing Tatum came up with. And it's like expensive, but I've been like doing trials to keep up with the app. So since quarantine started for about like 3 weeks, so I got the app and I did like the on the app trial, and then it was gonna run out. So then I opened a new account with my other email on my computer, and I've been using that for like the next 6 weeks. So it's like okay. And me and my two best friends from school, we're all working out using the app. So we've made a private Instagram for ourselves to show each other that we're like keeping up with it, and like showing our like we take videos of us doing one workout or like post a picture of our meals. It works right now actually.
Oh, that's neat. I think that's a really neat idea. So you're actually losing weight during the quarantine.
Yes, which is like I didn't think that I could. I thought that I would like gain weight back because I wasn't doing anything. I was really afraid to like lose my progress because I was gonna be at home and like, you know. But I'm actually like losing weight still because I've kind of like diet wise it's the same as I started like back in January. I started to just eat healthier. I used to eat a lot of carbs and like sugars, and I started to get like these weird manifestations of health. Like I started to get like these arthritic like hand problems. I would like wake up and I couldn't bend my fingers. So I saw my rheumatologist, and she like advised, like she kind of suggested maybe like red meat causes inflammation, like maybe like not eat as much red meat, or like try to exercise or do yoga to like relieve it. So I started to eat healthier, like just because I was like, I don't want this like to keep affecting me like as badly as it is. And so then like and there was like tests done and nothing was like found. So it was kind of like a weird like manifestation that was happening. I think it was stress related. I'm not really sure. But then like I started to eat healthier, like a lot of spinach and like protein, like, you know, instead of like regular pasta, which I would eat like all the time, I got veggie pasta. And it's like now I really love to eat that way because it makes me feel like more energized, like my immune system feels like I don't get sick as often. So then I like when I started to eat healthy, I started to lose weight, and I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, I don't want to just like now I want to exercise so I can like build muscle and everything. So that's how it all started. So then now that I'm home, I've been still trying to eat healthy. So I'll buy like shake. I have like little frozen smoothies, like things that'll last like throughout the week and stuff. And I'll like eat a lot of hummus for protein and Greek yogurt, and just trying to be really healthy. And then I started to do workouts. So it's like I have, and the problem with my hands has actually like not really happened at all recently. Like for a very long period of time, it hasn't happened. So like I feel like that made me change my life, like want to change my lifestyle, and it's working. I don't know. I've never like gone through with a working out thing or plan before, but this is working for me. So I don't know.
I think that's fantastic. And for me, I mean, I've always worked out. You know, I like to lift weights and play basketball and stuff like that. And I'm relatively in good shape. But my thing is, I've never really eaten healthy, but just yesterday I went to Target and I bought the Instant Pot because I decided that it's time for me.
Oh, okay. Yes,
So,
those are really good. We have one, but I
do
haven't
you
used
cook?
it. Well, and I wouldn't say I cook well, but I do try to like cook certain things.
Okay, so if you're eating healthy, what type of foods do you make to eat healthy? Because you're off
Okay.
school and you're doing this, so
Yes.
how do you taking care of yourself?
Okay, so I'll tell you like what I kind of eat like in a day, I guess. So I'll wake up and like I just always make sure that I'm eating like a good amount of protein and stuff. So I'll eat usually like one of a few things. So I'll eat oatmeal with like berries and like plain oatmeal, like not instant or sweetened, just like plain. And then I'll mix in raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and I'll put some honey. Or I will have like a glass of orange juice and like eggs with spinach, and then like I'll put some feta cheese on there for like protein. And then my favorite snack, I kind of like I haven't bought chips anymore. Like I don't even buy Lay's or like I used to love like cheddar ruffles and I miss them sometimes, but instead of like buying chips now, I bought like Hippies, like they're like these vegan cheddar, like they kind of taste like vegan Cheetos. I really like them.
Okay.
And they have like no trans fats, and like they're just like they're made out of chickpeas. So it's like instead of like eating a lot of like oils and like fats that aren't really gonna give you like lasting energy, that's just been giving me a lot of energy. I eat like carrots and hummus because hummus has a lot of protein. And then my favorite like dish to make is for dinner. I'll make like myself and what inspired me was like Panera has this grain bowl thing now. So I went to Panera and I had a grain bowl. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to just make my own grain bowls because I used to love like, I mean, when quarantine wasn't on, I loved going to Chipotle and like that type of like burrito bowl thing.
Right.
So I'll take like, they have like these 1 minute quinoas and I put quinoa and black beans and then I'll put spinach, grape tomatoes, and like a dollop of Greek yogurt to pretend to be sour cream, and then like I'll have some like shrimp or like some type of like protein like Morningstar patty or something.
Okay.
It's like really like it's just like it's very filling and like it even fills me more than like when I would eat like a bunch of like spaghetti. I used to love like to eat like a bunch of just plain pasta with like a lot of cheese, but it wouldn't really like give me anything. So
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm at the beginning of my cooking journey, so I'm trying to figure out how all this works out. But I think the diet is huge, and for me, like I've had genetics on my side where I've been able to like stay in shape without really having to eat well.
Yes.
But it does.
That's the thing.
It does make me tired too when I don't eat well.
Yes. It maybe like would make you just feel better about what you're like putting in your body. That's kind of like what it is for me, like it's not about weight loss, it's just like feeling like healthier and like
right
like foods that boost your immune system. Like I don't know, I just know that it's like good to eat like leafy greens and like a certain amount of fruits a day, and like instead of eating like white bread, eat like a whole wheat bread or something.
Exactly. And my thing is I'm not trying to lose weight, I'm just trying to like be healthier too. So
yes,
it'll be interesting with my cooking journey, and everybody's sharing recipes. I'll be updating people on TikTok and Instagram. I'm trying to figure out the vlog thing on TikTok, how people put their there and stuff like that.
Oh yes, the voiceovers. I don't know how to do that either, but I would watch the cooking videos.
Okay.
And if you want like any of the like I don't know, maybe I can send you like what I eat, so then you have ideas.
Please do. I mean, send all the recipes. If it looks nasty, I might not try it. Just send all the recipes, and then I'll see what I can whip up in the Instant Pot.
Yes, or like I know there's like soups and like pot roasts are good too.
Pot roast, as in what?
Like my really good friend that I always mention, like at school we had a Friendsgiving, and her mom makes this really good pot roast in the Instant Pot, like the slow cooker, and it's kind of like a mixture of like all like carrots and like kind of like a base, I guess. I would have to ask her for the recipe, but then you just cook like.
Okay, like please do.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like the best thing I've ever eaten, and it comes out so tender and like it's just really good. I could eat that all day, and there's potatoes in there too.
Okay, and it can be made in an Instant Pot?
Yeah.
Okay, say less.
Yeah.
Say less. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, I can send you the recipe. I'll ask her to send it to me.
Okay. So I appreciate your time. And before I let you go, where can people find you on Instagram and on TikTok?
Okay, so I have to bring it up because I don't remember what my TikTok is. So my Instagram handle is my name, so like I'll highlight my Zoom thingy. And it's at, and then it's like my first name Rebecca and then my last name Castiglia. So it's kind of like I connected my first and last name.
Okay, I see it. Rebecca Castiglia.
It's like REBECCASTIGLIA. I'll show up the picture.
So you go by Rebecca?
I go by like I like being called Rebecca because I feel like it sounds nice, but a lot of my friends call me Becca, so I like Becca.
Becca.
Yeah.
Never Becky.
Becky. I don't like I don't go by Becky, but I think it's like funny when people do call me Becky because that was like my childhood nickname. So when my friends call me Becky like endearingly, it's like, oh, that's like sweet, you know. But I don't really go by it. And so this is my handle.
Oh, actually, hold that up again. That's really neat.
Okay.
All right. So for people who want to follow up with her and keep up with her nursing journey, she graduates next year. Rebecca Castiglia. And then on TikTok.
Yes, and then it's the same, I think, on TikTok. It might be all over.
You just gotta keep putting out more and more TikTok content. Literally put on
maybe I'll just keep doing. When I post it, it's like it's almost like for myself, and then my friends will find it and they'll like it, and I get like embarrassed a little bit. But yeah, I like. So if anybody wants to follow me, like go ahead. Like I like following.
Yeah, definitely keep posting content, and then you know once you catch your stride, like now the time you can actually get away with being addicted to TikTok. But once nursing school starts and like it's really back in the full swing of things, you won't have much time to really be on this app. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, like when school gets started, it's exciting, and like I think I like what you're doing because it's like inspiring because it's like I see you and I'm like I want to be there one day, like you know. Yes, and also like I like how you mentor people because I know there are like the people who like don't really like find it easy to like teach others, like you know, and like when I like get older and I'm a nurse or whatever, I want to be like you, like the person who wants to help people and like teach them. So I really like look up to that.
I appreciate that. It makes me feel really good when people think that of me. So I'm just gonna keep pushing out the positive content and keep trying to inspire people. And I'm happy that the way that I can do this on a bigger scale without me getting burnt out, like being like that person.
Because it's enjoyable for you, so it's like an outlet and like a creative outlet.
Exactly. You know, and I'm trying to do this different than any other person who's done it. I want to provide the most value to my community, and that's how I differentiate myself from the other medical personalities. And you know, I go ahead, I put my number out there for the texting platform.
Yes, you do.
I can't get back to everybody because it's getting bigger. It's 300 people, 300 new members of my family now. But I get back to as many people as I can, and in the middle of the week, if I can't, I'll get back to you on the weekend or sometime later.
Yes, you did respond, and I was surprised. I was like, oh my god! Like I said, I felt like a famous person.
Yeah.
But and I what was I gonna say? Yes, I really appreciate you having me and like interviewing me because it's different for me. I feel like I don't have a social media presence, so it's like
this could be it, you know. And I have a really good assistant who's very helpful. I couldn't pull off anything without him, and he like he'll watch this part. I hope he watches this and he sees how much I really appreciate him.
Yes.
He'll watch all this. He'll get it, whatever. And then we'll put out the snippets on Instagram. And you have a LinkedIn page as well?
I do. Yes, I do. Is there usernames on LinkedIn? I just have my full name, Rebecca Castiglia, and like it'll say like the school that I go to.
Okay.
Let me pull it up on the app, actually. And also, I was gonna mention I saw that like I saw the other day, I was like looking at your Instagram that like all of your siblings are actually in like the medical field sort of in some way, which I found cool.
All my siblings are in, from my dad who teaches at the university, teaches at Tennessee Tech, and then my mom, who did become a nurse.
Oh my God, that's amazing! Wow.
My older sister is a nurse. My older sister, I got two older sisters, nurses.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is also a nurse, and then
wow.
me, and then my cousin.
Wow, that's amazing. I don't have anyone in my family who is a nurse actually now.
You're the first healthcare professional in your family?
Yeah, well, my stepdad's family, like they live in the South. They're from like Oklahoma, and they like are all like in nursing. His sister-in-law, I mean not sister-in-law, his brother's wife, like considered is a nurse, and his niece is a nurse, and his brother was also a nurse. So it's like maybe I get the influence from like him telling me about nursing, but like my like my mom's or dad's side, there isn't really anyone who.
Okay.
I have a cousin, I think.
The first healthcare professional.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Congratulations! I mean, that's awesome. Our graduation is next year. Maybe me and the Sarfos, maybe some of us might probably.
Oh my God!
Here.
That would be amazing. That makes me really happy.
If we do, we'll play back this video.
Yes. Oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, and that would be a great thing. I really hope that like quarantine is lifted by then.
Oh, I mean, I should think quarantine should be done by next year, May or what? Is next year May, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, for
May
sure. Yeah, I can pull up. I know this year my sister and my brother graduated from DP school and high school, so I wasn't doing any business this month of May. Like I was gonna focus on family, but the quarantine wiped that out. But next year, I can't think of anything that's going on. But hopefully my schedule is more free. So hopefully.
Yes, that would be like an honor. It's like I don't know. There would be. I just like looking into the future and seeing like thinking about what it could be like, and then a year from now, it's gonna be funny to look back at this video.
Right, it's gonna be completely different, and I'm sure we'll chop this video up once again and then mash it a year from now. So you have one job to do. You gotta graduate so that you can actually make it there, and hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully,
I'm gonna work hard at this and keep going. And
all right.
It gets hard, but
you got it. But I gotta call my grandma back.
Oh my God, yes. Call her back.
Grandma. So
Thanks again for having me on here.
No problem. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I can't wait for this thing to get on YouTube. Stay in touch for sure.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much.
All right. No problem. Take
care.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, bye.